All right, well, thank you all for joining us today. Another episode of the ATX Creator Meetups podcast. We are joined today with our friends from Texas Sistas Society. We have Maya and Kayla. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. And Jazmin, thank you for joining. We got ATX Creator Meetups squad and also the full squad from Texas Sistas Society. So I think we should have a good discussion. We're going to talk about community, what kind of started your story, how you guys met, and all the rewarding aspects that comes with building this community here in Austin. So first, I'm going to open up to you guys. Tell me a little about yourselves and I guess the purpose, the nexus behind Texas Sistas Society.
I'm Keela. I've been in Austin for 8 years now. I moved here for college and then just decided to stay.
I'm Maya. I'm actually from Austin. Been here my whole life. So I'm an Austinite, which is rare, apparently. And how we started. So we became friends through mutual friends. We've been friends about 5 years. We actually started because we were trying to find something for us to do together. So we would go to other meetups and other places, and we just never found what we were kind of looking for at those events, like trying to make that connection and really keep it going. And so we kind of just came up with the idea to start this because we were like, well, if we can create it, if we don't, we can't find it.
Yeah.
I love that.
We also would walk into events and we'd be like, oh, we could do this, you know, because we weren't getting that vibe that we were looking for. We had other girlfriends, but a lot of them moved away or, we just separated. So we were trying to find other girls we can hang out with, get to know, besides just us two. So our first event that we threw was a Galentine's Day event, and that really kind of kicked it off for us.
That's really cool. And that was earlier this year? Or was it last year? How long has it been?
So that event was in 2022.
Okay.
And then we were like, yeah, let's do it,
Okay.
But then we got so sidetracked. We ended up helping other people with their events. So we got a couple of those under our belt. So this really, it was just a one and done. And then we decided to refocus on it back in May, which has been the majority of our push since then.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So what did you learn when you're helping other people with their events? Did it give you a good foundational knowledge of what to do and not do with your events?
Yeah, we learned a lot of the logistics that comes with doing events, cause
The idea is just one part of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So all the behind the scenes, I feel we learned when we were helping all the other people with their events. Well, at least me, yeah. So I got to see a lot of insight about what really takes to throw events.
Yeah,
Yeah. I feel
definitely
like
takes a lot.
it does.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people have great ideas. But ideation and operation are very different. There's often not much overlap in skill set. So it helps to have a team. However, when you're starting, right, you don't necessarily have the means to bring a full team together. Would you say your skill set, though, does it complement in a way where you're able to delegate effectively and kind of just hit the ground running?
Yeah, so I would say, so my background's in marketing and advertising, so I have a master's in that. So that helps a lot. I think people don't understand that events are really about what you portray them as, which is why I love y'all's the ATX Creator Meetups, because it's very curated, but you can still feel the honest community aspect of it. So we have that behind us, and then we're also very resourceful. If we don't know how to do something, we know how to do a lot of things now. We can build balloon arches. One time we built clouds to hang.
Wow.
Yeah. I can cook pretty well, so I can make a full spread. So we know how to do. We figure it out. So because we haven't always had the funds to like delegate, it's like, okay, well, how do we recruit our friends? Or
Yeah.
what is most important that we delegate? So things like that.
I love that. It's lovely. So you ladies seem like y'all got a lot of hats to wear and operate now, right?
Yeah.
You learned a lot. Do you feel like you ladies learned a lot about yourselves in this process as well?
Yeah, I would say I've learned a lot about
Okay,
myself.
okay.
I never really wanted to like run a business or anything.
Okay.
It just kind of happened because we were like, oh, let's put together these events. And it's like, oh, like this can really be something I do. Like,
Yeah.
this could be my job, my full-time job versus just, let's just do it on the side as a side hustle or like just to help the community. Like, no, like it really opened my eyes to see that there is a lot more out there versus just like a 9 to 5 or, you know, just doing those regular jobs. And
For sure.
you can actually help a lot of people too just by creating the events we create. Like it really does uplift and help a lot of people versus just, you know, being about yourself.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's what life is about. We're supposed to, take our energy and give back, to the world,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I would say it's been very fulfilling for us too.
Yeah,
right.
for sure.
And at first there was some stress when when I first hosted my events, just wondering like who's actually going to come. Even if you put the message out there and people express interest, it's like, especially when we started out doing free events, like a lot of people say yes to a free event, but who's actually going to put in the effort to help build the space and show up?
Yeah.
So I guess you guys learned a lot, I'm sure, about like taking risks and believing in yourself in this process when you often felt like stressed out in the planning and the execution. So what point did you guys realize, hey, we have something like really special here? Was it that light bulb moment you expressed earlier when you were helping other people with events and you're like, oh, I can do this? Or was it seeing the community grow that really made you believe in what you're doing?
Definitely the community growing.
Yeah.
So our first big event was our walk and talk. That was like a total, was it planned? Like we sat down earlier this year and we were like, okay, we have these dates. We're going to throw an event. Not sure what it is, but we'll fill it in, right? So it came to a date and we were like, what are we going to do? And we were like, you know what, let's just go for a walk. Like a 3-mile walk, and just try it out. And that was like our biggest response. It went crazy on social. Like people wanted to come or they were too far. Or, I've been looking for this. And so that really solidified in our minds like, okay, people are looking for this. And it looks like no one's really filling the gap that we're trying to fill. So, I mean, we have to,
Okay.
Yeah.
How many walk and talks have you ladies had so far?
At least one every month since May.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try to do it once a month.
Oh wow, 3 miles you said the first time. That's a nice time to like really like get with some women and people and kind of really just just be outside. It's so
Yeah.
important. Yeah.
Yeah. We try to do 3 miles each time
Okay.
in different places. But what's different about them is that we like have different pairings, like find someone with the same shoes as you or the same hairstyle or and then we give them talking cards. So like a lot of people think they're just coming to walk, but it's a walk and talk.
So you actually really make it interactive and
Yeah.
kind of set it up and make it intentional for people to really connect.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that structure is
That's
important.
that's great.
Yeah.
Because you can set up a walk and talk, but then it's like you come with a group of people and you know anybody, and it's like, okay, so what am I supposed to do?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I love that.
Thanks. Yeah, it's really worked out.
Okay.
And people love it. The community love it. They're like, wow, like we actually like met new people. And
Okay.
because, you have to switch around as you're walking.
Oh,
talk
so you
to-
switch it too.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like throughout the walk, we'll switch and give them new question cards, and they just ask the questions, and
I love that.
we really
And-
connect.
Okay. Last thing, you said location wise, where do y'all usually do the locations of? Or is just like random places in Austin or?
So we've done downtown Austin, and then we did Pflugerville Lake.
Okay.
So, and we went to a place south.
We went to the Barton Creek Trail. Now I've been there, but it's been years, right?
Okay.
And so I forgot that it's like kind of more of a hike. So we won't be going back there.
What time of year was this too?
It was just
It was October, wasn't
October,
it? Yeah, it was
yeah.
October.
That's still hot. That's still hot too.
yeah, yeah,
Expert level.
Oh, expert level.
yeah, yeah. Community
y'all
did
walk-
not like that.
Yeah.
Never survived. Never got lost. So it was a learning lesson.
Yeah, it
Yes,
was.
yeah.
What's the biggest lesson you've learned with planning your events? Is it scouting out the location first, or
I think for me on the marketing end, I'm always analyzing. I'm a data person. So like
okay?
what, that drives every decision that I think about. Um I don't want this to sound like any kind of way, but our biggest mistake is that we haven't been collecting phone numbers instead of like we have a bunch of emails, but like phone numbers because the way that text marketing is so important, or it converts higher, and we just dropped the ball. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, data is such an important thing. I think I could do a better job of managing our email list. Thankfully, we use Event. Do you guys use Eventbrite for your events? All right, sponsor us, Eventbrite. You guys were at that event, right?
Yeah, I was.
Mine.
October. Okay, yeah. So it seems like they're really keeping tabs on who's using their platform,
Not for sure.
and it seems like there's just so many events here in Austin. There's just so many different one-off events. There's community events. Why do you guys think community is something that's really resonating with people right now?
I think because a lot of people are lonely. Like, you think because of social media, like you're connected to all these people because you have all these followers and all these things. But then, you get home, you log off, or like you put your phone down and it's just like, dang, like, what do I do? Like, where do I go? So I think community is really important right now. It's because I do believe a lot of people are lonely, but they don't really realize it because of social media in a way.
For sure.
So by doing these events, it helps people get out of the house and go connect with people in real life. Like,
That's what social media should be about. Do you feel like social media can sometimes be a false comfort? It's like, what's the word I'm trying to think of? It's like false social, socializing. That's I think what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you think people can navigate that balance between using it to connect and then like putting their phone down?
I think people should really look more into the like psychology behind social media. Like, I don't think a lot of people realize why social media is free. Like, they are constantly looking for your attention. So like you're the reason you get like the notifications and all this stuff is because they want you to stay on there, right? So like the origin of social media may have been to like connect you, but unless you know how to use it and like manage your time on there, it can either connect you or like ruin you, like the comparison, the your feed, realizing you can control your feed more. Yeah, I think if people really sat and thought about what they're using and learned how to use it in an optimal way, then we would become more social. But that's, a big gap. Yeah.
I'm sure your marketing expertise has really opened your eyes to that.
Yeah. I always knew I was going to be a business owner. My dad he owned some businesses, still does. But my angle of what I thought I would do is to help other businesses use this stuff. But it's crazy how my path has changed.
Oh, wow.
I think you have to embrace uncertainty. You can't have everything planned out in life, or else
Yeah.
you may limit yourself to other opportunities that are out there.
Exactly. For sure.
You were just saying, right, how you didn't see yourself as a business owner, but by staying open to possibility, you're like, hey, now I have this awesome space that I've helped create.
Yeah. I definitely am open-minded. So like I'm never just like I'm gonna only do this. I'm quick to be like, well, that over there may look like it look a little better over there. Maybe I can try that or do like I'm very willing to try new things, like because it's just too many things out here. I feel like to be stuck in one thing all the time, and I get bored kind of.
Yeah.
So
Mix it up every now and
yeah,
then. Yeah.
gotta shake it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I saw something on you ladies' social media, and correct me if I'm wrong. It was on a page that said "No filter, just us." I like those segments. Can y'all please like tell a little bit about that and like what started that?
So we're not typical, I guess. Like we're so goofy.
I saw through that.
Yeah.
You're trying to hold back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The laughs are just they're happening.
Yeah.
And like that's the reason we connect is because we're so open to things and we're able to adapt very easily to a lot of things. So we make really good friends, like great travel buddy, like
Oh yeah.
great travel buddy, you know?
You can't travel with everyone.
You can't.
No.
You can't. And our vacations are just so nice. So
Okay.
smooth. But No Filter Just Us was just us trying to show like we're like just real girls out here living a real life, you know? Answering the questions that we have on our walk and talk. Just to show people like how we connect, because that's our core, is just authentic connection, not like network. It's not a networking group. Of course, you'll make networking connections, but yeah, we figured if other people could see how we interact and like have our guards down, that maybe they'll come with that in mind.
Yeah. And they often want to ask us questions too on our walks, but we're like leading it and we're like running through the crowd trying to give them cards and stuff so they don't get to ask those questions. So we try to just answer them online so they can see like, get to know us a little better.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah, I love that though. It makes it feel like too, like just seeing the page, like you guys are really about what your mission is, So and I love that.
Yeah.
Marketing expert. Sure. Tagline. It's the more simple you can make it for people in the social media world, right?
Yeah.
Then that catches their eye, and then they scroll deeper into seeing the other aspects of you. So, props to that. And how would you say creativity kind of overlaps in community building?
We try a lot of different things, and we don't really get scared when we can't do something. Like we're like, we could put it together, or let's just look it up and see how it's supposed to be done. So I feel like we create a lot of like the stuff we use at our events, or like even her just making our like logos and stuff and all her flyers. Like it really just opens to that part of your brain up to really just be like, well, let's see if we can do it. And most of the time it works out. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Experimenting is helpful for sure. Trying new things, and I think we surprise ourselves in how many times it actually works out, or at least leads us to something better.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys this: what would you say to someone who is maybe a little bit more introverted and wants to check out your space? Like what kind of encouragement would you give someone? Maybe not even just your space, but to find a space for them.
I'm very much an introvert. Like, yeah, we are introverted at heart. I think our space really encourages you to get out of that, even if it's uncomfortable, but like you don't really grow unless you're uncomfortable. So I think that's what we try to really push, even through our wellness and things. Like a lot of the women that come to our walks are like, I know I need to be exercising. I need to get out there. I'm glad you had this group to like push me to do that. So, you really just have to want it. You have to want the connection. You have to want to meet these women, or just people. We have mixed events too. Yeah, but no, we're introverted. And if we could have a whole group,
right.
So it's possible for anyone.
It's possible.
yeah.
If I can do it, so can you.
Just
do it.
recharge. Like, know what
Yeah.
recharges you
okay.
so that you're charged for the event, and then you can go home and, recharge again. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
So just finding that balance, like just allow yourself to go out there, and then if you freak out, just take a step back, wait a little bit, and then go back out there, like because I have to
Yeah.
do that. I'm doing that right now.
yeah. And it's okay if you freak out. I think a lot of people don't express how they're feeling in the moment, but that's like the most human thing to do. Like, I'm nervous,
Yeah.
This is my first time out. Like, people will meet you where you are.
They'll open up. It kind of gives that vulnerability aspect of, okay, I'm human too. We're here. Let's
Yeah.
do it. So
I like that a lot. I know authenticity, come as you are, is a big part of your mission too. What would you say to people who maybe are feeling imposter syndrome? Because I think in any space, whether it's content creation or it's just like showing up and putting your best foot forward and making new friends, what would that advice look like for them?
I feel imposter syndrome every day. um, Advice. So something that I've been really big on, like in the past couple of weeks, is evidence. So like, start building a book of evidence. If you like, often I have to be like, this is what I've done. I know what I'm doing. If I don't know what I'm doing, I can figure it out, right? And even if you just have like a list or whatever, and you go back to that, you're like, no, I am capable. I may not feel like it all the time, but my track record shows that I am. So that's really been helping me personally lately. Do you have any?
Yeah, I would just say don't, because it's like you have to believe you're being an imposter. So like just don't play into that belief of like, no, this isn't me, because you haven't shown up that way before. Because that's who you're trying to be, or like that's who you're becoming, and it's uncomfortable to become that version of yourself if you've never seen it. So
Yeah.
I would just say to just keep showing up, because eventually you're not going to feel that, especially if it's you authentically just growing into who you're supposed to be.
I love that.
Makes a lot of sense.
That makes a lot of sense for sure.
I try to reassure people that other people are feeling the same thing. Like, first of all, like no one else in this room is perfect, and we're all doing our best, and we're all mostly focusing on ourselves. We're not looking around, judging other people. If they are, well, they're not. That kind of energy is not welcome in our space. We make that clear. But yeah, I think a lot of people put that pressure on themselves. When you're feeling imposter syndrome, you're just being so comparative. When everyone else really is just, they're just trying to do the best. They're worried about their outfit. They're worried about their hair looks and everything. So, yeah, I think that's something that I had to learn for sure. It was like stop. Like, you're not that important, Steve. Like, they're not looking at you like that.
They worry
Yeah.
about themselves, right?
That's right. Do you have any thoughts too, Jasmine, about like?
I think I would say, I know for me, when I first came to the ATX Creator Meetups, I saw the advertisement and I was so excited. I was like, I'm going, I'm new to Austin, I don't have anything to do, I got to put myself out there. I remember the day of, I had so much anxiety. I don't know what was going on with me, but I was like, you know what? We got to chill. Everything's okay. Make sure you follow through. And I'm just grateful that I did, because it allowed for me, like we're talking about, to just realize like you can go through so many emotions and things, but that doesn't mean you stop. You still have to kind of work through that.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what's on the other side of that. If I didn't show up, I wouldn't be sitting here today, I feel like, So I feel like ATX Creator Meetups definitely gave me that confidence too, to realize like you have to work through those feelings and emotions. you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's huge. I mean, props to you for pushing through that. I think a lot of us have moments we can look back on where we really bet on ourselves and took that risk. So I'm proud of you and grateful that you showed up and you're here today.
Man, it's been an amazing time.
It has. Yeah. So Jasmine and I met almost a year ago in January
For sure.
at one of the events. And yeah, it's really cool what community can bring together. Did I ask you guys how you met? I don't know if I've asked you.
We briefly touched on it.
Yeah.
Through mutual
Okay.
friends.
Through mutual friends. Okay. Was it instant connection? You guys just hit it off right away?
So we don't. So our friend group didn't really want us to like hang out with each other.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So she had like another best friend at the time. So they spent their time together.
Ah,
And I am dating someone in the group. So I was with him. But like, they just kind of kept us separate for a while.
This
It
is
was
like
like, these are my
because we
Because we clicked.
We clicked,
I think they
okay.
saw it. Like,
Yeah.
I think they saw our light and they were like, ah.
don't let them get too close. No,
Right.
wait.
No, they're awesome. But yeah, no, we just
Yeah.
had that distance for a
But we
while.
would go on like little girl trips.
Mm-hmm.
And so on one of the like girl trips we went on, we just clicked and we just stayed together. Like,
Yeah.
so,
Can't separate us anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, that's great. That's awesome. And how long has that been since you guys first?
5 years.
5 years. Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. Very cool. Very
Crazy.
cool.
Does not feel like 5
Yeah,
years.
It That's fast, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really cool.
I love that. What are you ladies expecting for 2026? Like, what would you like to see for Texas Sistas Society?
we're getting that in order now.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
But just to continue to grow
Okay.
and us to really help other people find their people through our just space, our events, just whatever we're doing in the community to bring the community together.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many new women moving here that we just want to make sure that we continue to build a community that that benefits them. Like we want everyone to benefit from our community, whether that's friendship or just knowing where to go in Austin. Yeah, we do have a lot planned for next year.
Hey.
So definitely a lot to come.
Oh, that's really exciting.
That.
Yeah. We're rooting for you guys. We can't wait to see what's next. And hopefully there's an event where we can attend, or at the very least we'll be happy to shout you guys out. Anything that's coming up that you want us to share, we're happy to. And yeah, I think communities is such a great thing for all of us here in Austin. Let me ask you, is there a Galentine's? Are you ready to announce any Galentine's plans?
Uh,
I feel like Galentine's is so big in
It
Austin.
is. Yes, we are having a Galentine's event, but still working out the details of it.
Okay.
Something that is exciting, we want to like venture into doing like a men's walk.
Yeah.
Because we think a lot of men don't really have that connection that we bring. So we're gonna try that out. So
Okay.
men, look out for the walk.
Then come through.
I agree with that 100%, and it's something I'm also thinking about doing. I think I'm kind of inspired by what my fiance does. She hosts monthly or bi-monthly events for women to come together, elevated dinners and such, and she's even had a few guys comment on her TikTok saying, "Hey, like when is this happening for guys?" She's like, "Don't look at me." My fiance just tags me. I'm like, "All right," but no, I've been thinking about it too, just because I know that in society right now, there's a big discussion on men's loneliness and men's mental health, and I think that there could be more spaces for that.
Yeah.
And then I just gotta hope that men will take that initiative, because as we talked about before, some of that you can create the space, but people have to take that risk. They have to take that chance to get out there and connect. And I know that the men's
Be a little different with
yeah.
that. I feel like.
yeah, they'll be like, "Nah, I'm good."
Right.
Yeah.
That's just the default man response to things. But yeah, I think that's a great mission, and I applaud you for venturing into that. And yeah, best of luck. So, is there any other topics? Do you guys have anything you want to add on or plug or?
Well, what do you think your biggest lesson has been of the year? Yeah, you're a year.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
Good. We hit 1 year in September. We held like a anniversary event. Then we took October off. Because yeah, you know how it can be.
Yeah.
Planning events over and over. It was really cool to see and look back on the year, starting just having like little brunch happy hour events, just a dozen or so people showing up, to filling up spaces and just seeing all this energy and this community, bringing in photographers and DJs and stuff, which is something I'd only dreamed about like a year or two before. So that was definitely surreal, and the connections that are happening in this space, just like the energy and the way that people respond after. I'm sure you guys get it all the time of like, thank you for hosting this. Like I got XYZ from this space. Like you and I, we connected through the space too.
Oh, for sure.
And you're really close with Aisha as well. So there's some really strong friendships that I've seen happen and I've benefited from myself. And it's just, that's been amazing. What are your thoughts on 1 year, Jazmin?
It's been amazing. I think for me, community is starting to look a lot different, that word. And this year is definitely feeling like I want to learn how to collaborate more and really like, we talk about community, but it's like, how do you really show up as a villager? Like, don't just expect people to just do stuff. You have to kind of like really put yourself out there. And I think as far as lessons too, what have we learned? I think people will be people. Sometimes you can put trust in people, but sometimes people will not always do the things or be the people that we sometimes expect them to be, and you can't beat yourself up for that. I feel like
You have to accept
you
people
have to
around
accept
us
people
for
for who they are,
yeah.
and maybe they come for a moment in time, and they're gone, and maybe you wanted them to be there longer, but it didn't happen like that.
Yes. Yes. These are all very true lessons.
But what about you for ATX Creator Meetup? What do you feel like lesson wise you might have gained this year?
Man, it's hard to start with, I guess, just one spot. I guess first and foremost, earlier on, I learned like people are interested. They're actually interested in the space. So I learned to believe in what we're doing, trust in the evidence. And I learned to ask for help from people too, which I think can be kind of hard because you feel guilty asking someone to help you set things up. And
Do.
yeah, but it's not gonna stop. You can't do it all.
Yeah.
People genuinely, they do want to help. I think you have to also believe. I learned to believe people when they want to help. And then on that, I think I learned how to decipher who's actually able to help, where they can fit in, and then maybe if they're not able, maybe if they're not a good fit. And sometimes telling people no is hard, but that's an important lesson too, because not everyone can contribute. Not everyone can be the vendor that you want.
Yeah.
Saying no is a tough lesson, but it's important for,
Growth,
yeah,
for sure.
for quality assurance.
Making sure you have the things and people around that you actually really want to be here and fit with and align with, ATX Creator Meetups.
Yeah.
You know?
And navigating burnout too. Like I don't always have to host an event, even though I feel like I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any of these resonate with you guys too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of them. Yeah.
Hustle on. Yeah.
Yeah, the burnout one is real.
Yeah.
I go on a cycle of burnout, which I've had to learn this year of like, whoa, this is a cycle, right? So how can we build systems around you that don't allow you to burn out or even taking intentional rest? We have a hard time resting or scheduling time for ourselves.
Yeah.
So definitely working on that because if it's going to grow, we have to grow with it in a healthy manner.
Yeah. And ask for help. We don't like to ask for help.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're learning that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely tough. It's a tough thing to do for sure. Jazmin, how do you navigate burnout? Like when you feel that overwhelmed feeling, like what's the remedy?
I'm a person that loves nature, being grounded.
Okay.
So I'm gonna definitely maybe go hug a tree or something. I remember before I was taking yoga. I'm originally from New York, and I went to a yoga class with this lady, and she was talking to me about hugging trees, and I was looking at her like, "What? Like, what do you mean hug a tree?" And,
I thought you were joking.
No, for
Okay,
real, right?
okay.
She was like, you should go hug a tree. I was like, really? Living in New York, you're not really like used to that type of stuff.
People will judge
But,
you if you
right,
go
like
walking down the
outside
street.
talking to the tree, like, hey tree,
Yeah.
So
Make some assumptions.
right. So I think for me, like I definitely will go find my way to some nature, and I like that about Austin. I'm realizing Austin has a lot of like nature things. You can find a little walk and just do stuff.
Yeah.
So I love that. Yeah.
That's great. What about y'all?
I'm the same. Like that's why we kind of did the walk because we were getting into walking. Like I was telling her one day, like, walking's kind of like my connection to like God, and because I can just sit and look like you made all of these things, this beautiful space that's thriving on its own, that's beautiful, changes with the seasons, and like it's just a time to reflect and like calm down and you know figure things out. Like that's a lot of my revelations from this year have come from walking.
Recentering. Finding
Yeah.
a way to recenter.
I walk too, but I also like disappear. So
Okay.
I'll like get off of social media and like just really take a pause from like everything. So that's what I'm doing right now in December. Like I deactivated my Instagram and like just my personal one. And I really just take a step back and just be with myself and
Yeah.
listen to my thoughts, just get more grounded, read the Bible, like just really take that time to myself because I do just all the outside noise and social media and just all that stuff. It can be overwhelming for me personally, so I just take a step back and then just get prepared for what's all to come next year. So
That's really smart. I feel like
Really
once the new year starts,
Yeah,
there's all these
it's gonna
goals
go.
and yeah.
Rolling with that.
Yeah.
So just taking that pause.
So that sounds like a real full reset and recharge.
Yeah, and it's needed. I'm also a mom, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how do you like bouncing that in? Like, what's your way to recharge while also still showing up, right? Because you're not able to turn off motherhood the way you are social media.
No, but I do have a really good support system. So I'm like, hey, y'all go spend the night over there. So,
Okay. There you go.
Go hang out with your auntie, or so even just that, and really just doing stuff with them too. That is more like calming, like going for a walk, or like just
Good.
really just
Good.
interpreting them into all of that with me. So we might color together or like paint together. So we just do it together. So it's still taking that pause, and they're also finding a calm too, because they're running around most of the time, screaming.
They're at the
Oh,
point
wow.
where you
Okay.
can.
So they're active.
They
They're
very,
active.
very,
Okay.
very active, very outspoken.
Wow.
And yeah, I can tell that it's Christmas break because my fiance and I live in South Austin. It's in the neighborhood, and the kids are outside screaming. They've been screaming all week, just
They're home.
screaming. They're like, she told me yesterday afternoon. She's like, I just walked outside to get the mail. And there was a kid just walking, like running down the street like this, screaming. There was no one else around. He's just like, yeah, but like not like in danger. He's like having a good time.
He's
He's
just
like
being
spinning
himself.
around and yeah.
Oh yeah, nothing's ever wrong. They're
Yeah.
just screaming. Like, they're totally fine. But I'm like, why are we yelling at the top of our lungs?
Yeah.
Let's talk at a normal voice.
Oh man. Well, this was such a great discussion. I appreciate y'all coming. Let me give this opportunity to you both to plug your social channels, website, all the above.
So our website is TX Sistas, TXSistas.com. And our social media is TX Sistas Society. Let's see, our membership's opening back up here in January. And we have a walk on January 3rd for the ladies. So you guys can be on the lookout for information about that.
Wonderful. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yes,
Jazmin,
thank you.
for joining. This will not be your last time here as my co-host. And yeah, I'm excited for what everyone has coming in 2026.
Yes.
Much success, much growth, and of course, community and connection.
Yes.
All right, thanks everyone. We'll see you next time.